All right, those are all your menu settings. And if we go down here to the bottom, we got our audio, so we can always set any of this. You can see my camera is picking up my audio here. I don't have it turned on. You could turn that on. Now, let me minimize this because for whatever reason, when I have this, now I'm going back into our programming days. It looks like when you open up a menu in here, it doesn't take focus, so it hides behind this. So I had struggled with this when I was playing around with this. But anyway, all of these have effects on here. So as you can see, that's what happened from here. Let me shrink this again because the menu is popping up, but it's showing behind here. See, it's right there. So just be mindful. If you click on something, it's like, how come I can't see it? Just hit the escape button to close it out and then don't maximize it. Now, I am running a 4K screen here, so maybe that's it. But anyway, all of your inputs, you have your low cut filters, you have your de-ether, your gates, compressor, and equalizer that you can do on all your inputs. You just flip them on, and then that is it. You can turn on what input that you want. I'm gonna, in our other test, I'm actually gonna hook my mic up to this and we'll do a live stream test as well. Our next icon over is our media pool. And this is where I said you have your 32 items in here. I pulled over a couple of images. 2 of them were already loaded there. So that would be like your lower third, that you can have a graphic lower third, your live bug on here. And then I uploaded like a little slide that was made for online giving. And then also here on Media Player 2 shows, well, the player shows what's actually there right now. Media Player 2 is this where I said I put my website, the conference website in there, and it's set to browser, so we can use that as an option. All right, and then our last setting, we go to our overall settings of our multi-view. We can set the layout, change the design of it. Do we want to show meters? Do we want to show any of this stuff? Do we want to change this? Like this is Media Player 1. Do we want to change it to Media Player 2? Any of the flow that you got. And I don't have a drive hooked up to this, but it would give you a selection of where you want to have recording. Do you want it to go the ISO recording to the SSD? Do you want it to go to your memory card? I would hope you wouldn't do it that way, just from a speed standpoint. You can also set out the layout. How many windows do you want? Do you want 10? Do you want 13? So gives you a lot of settings there. All right, let's go back to the main and let's go through here. So you can do macros here. We'll touch that later, but it's pretty much just a macro. It's just like you can record what you're doing and play it back, so you can do it automatically and don't have to do it. So, you know, say you want to set up a certain shot or a certain layout or something like that, you can have a macro do it instantly instead of you doing it every time. All right, we go to our streaming settings. Let's go out here to show the dialogue. And we can put it to the platform that we're going to. We can do 3 at a time. If you don't like them, you can always say you put them all in at the same time, and then you can turn whichever one off. Say, oh, you got a wedding and you want it to go to YouTube, but you don't want it to go to Facebook, or you want to go to a private website. You can just keep your still settings in there and just turn off the ones that you don't need at the time. And we will be testing this here as well too. All right, so we got our NDI list here, and you can select what input that you want that's showing over your network. And I'm going to see if I can grab my second monitor over here. So we got that assigned there. All right. Then we also have just our last set that just gives them more information about the switcher itself. So that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and set up everything, and let's do a test on streaming to all the platforms and just showing what everything looks like when you're running it. Alrighty, folks, as you can see, we got everything set up and we're about ready to do our live streaming test. We have a bunch of things connected. If I go to Media 2, you can see we got our website showing. Media 1 is our graphic that we already, well, you're already seeing that because it's on our Media 1. Since we have that, we have our little source that we can make different type of windows right below that. We have our camera over here. We got our other camera right here, and I have my audio coming through here. All righty, we got everything set up. Let's go ahead and go live. We are now live on all 3 platforms. We're going live on Twitch, we're going live on YouTube, and we're also going live on Vimeo all at the same time. So let me cut over to this screen so that y'all can see everything that is going on. So if I cut over to my monitor so y'all can see, as you can see, we are live right now on Vimeo. So hello. We also are live over here on Twitch. And again, hello. Right there. And we're also live on YouTube. So we're going to all of these. So now let's go ahead and play with the features of the Duet 8. So let me cut back over here to the controls so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and navigate over to our next camera, which is number 7. So we can cut over to the PTZ that is over here. There we go. All right. We can also cut back over, and I have ProPresenter coming in. So we got some scripture going on right now. And I'm trying to make sure I'm talking into both of these because I'll link the live stream so y'all can watch it as well too. So we can have our scripture on here. I didn't set it up to do lower thirds. Can we throw that in real quick and see if we can manipulate that really quick, fast, in a hurry? All right, so we got this up. Let's cut back over here. We got our shot. Now, did I set up the DSK? Well, once I get rid of the background, that should work. Yeah, so there we go. So we have our DSK. I can cut back over here to input number 1. So we got our DSK showing. I can go through my presentation software, go through all of that, which is sweet. We turn that off and we can go into our media player number 2, which is our website that we have linked. So let's go ahead and auto into that. And you can see the 4ME wait list for 2026 is there. And my computer demo stopped. So I had my NDI feed for Horizon Forbidden West playing, but that disconnected. But there we go. So we're running on all the platforms, going well. All of them are hidden except for Twitch. So I see some people are following me on Twitch. I don't know if those are bots or they're actual people watching, but oh well, if you're there, hello. So again, we can do all of this stuff. I don't have a drive hooked up because I'm using the drive to record and make this video. But again, I can go here through my T-bar and switch back if I wanted to. Instead of using the auto, we can cut back over to our camera. It's over here. So you can see the whole studio is coming together. It's coming together. And I think that's about it. So hopefully the audio sounds great. I mean, again, I didn't listen. I might have to boost the audio. I did try and crank it up as high as I have, but I haven't used these DJI mics in a while. So, oh well, I hope that helps. And I think that was a good test. So let's go ahead and stop this. Alrighty, so that's it. That is the OSEE GoStream Duet 8 ISO. This switcher is going for $799, gives you a lot of great features. And to be quite honest, you can do, I talk from a media ministry standpoint. It is a great option that if you have, say you're transitioning from HDMI and SDI and you don't want to have converters and stuff like that, this gives you an option that's where you could connect that. You don't specifically need converters if you have kind of half and half, and it allows you to integrate NDI into it. You can still do your lower thirds. You can do all of the great features that we've kind of come to expect now with streaming and things like that with different hardware. And it also includes the ability to do multi-streaming up to 3 platforms in one little package. So you don't have to pay for a streaming service. You can go directly to it and it's right there. So again, OSEE, thank you so much for sending this out to me. A great little product. Again, we're holding on to this one. So if you have any other questions and things that I may not have covered, please leave a comment down below and I will try to make a video covering those other items. I think I might be using this with a ministry that's setting up a podcast room, especially with that auto switching. I think that might save them from contacting me to edit it, but we'll see. And also, if you have one of these, please leave a comment down below because your comments and your critiques, your good and your bad, can help persuade or help out other people who might be looking at one of these devices for their ministry or just in their setup in general. Yeah, I know I'm talking about it, but some people might be like, oh, he's just a YouTuber talking about this stuff. I invite more people who are using this in real world situations to give your honest opinion and leave them down below to help the community at large. So I think that's about it. Link is down below if you're interested in getting one of these. And I think that's about it. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. Catch you on the next video. Later.